Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Really odd story. A fight started in a bar, and police were called around 2:45 in the morning, and the person that they arrested was Shaun Keith Orris, a 41-year-old. This was in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And he was arrested, apparently, for he had been talking, this is just so weird. He was talking about how he says it's constitutional, and it is his constitutional right to have sex with a goat. Now, this isn't something most people would think of very much. This certainly isn't something most people would do. But the allegation is that Shaun Keith Orris started harassing people hanging out in a bar because he didn't feel that their feelings on the constitutionality of human on goat sex were correct. And police showed up, and the bar owner said that the 41-year-old man was drunk and had been asking other bar goers whether or not they believed they had the constitutional right to have sex with a goat. The owner asked Orris to leave. Orris refused. And then a physical dispute started, which ended up with a cut on Orris's head. And investigators said that after the altercation, Orris went home, grabbed a pocket knife, and went back to the restaurant. And he was arrested on charges of disorderly conduct and carrying a concealed weapon. And on the way to the hospital, cops are saying he started screaming that it was a constitutional right to have sex with a goat. And then he was uncontrollably laughing. This is not that unusual. Like, it's unusual that it leads to an arrest, but there's actually kind of a history of people saying bestiality is a constitutional right. Back in December, a Florida man named Carlos Romero argued in court that it was his constitutional right to have sex with his miniature donkey named Doodle. What do you think about this, Lewis?
Man, talk about diddling your doodle.
I mean, it's odd that he's into goat sex, but it's also
it seems like he could, maybe not. Maybe he was just trying to get a rise out of people.
Well, it's odd that people were so angry about him saying goat sex is a constitutional right. I mean, there's actually like a real argument because people go to court over having sex with their animals. The argument is that if the Constitution doesn't specifically prohibit, you can do it. But there are many things that are not legal by statute in individual states, which aren't specifically banned in the Constitution. So I never buy that argument, Natan, that if it's not specifically banned in the Constitution, you could just do whatever you want.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, most things that turn out to be unconstitutional are not explicitly banned in the Constitution. They're just found to be unconstitutional with the principles. In other words, a state can pass a law that says you can have goat sex, I guess, and then if someone would appeal that, and if it goes to the court, they would say, well, this isn't consistent with the principles of X, Y, and Z.
Hey, guys, as long as having sex with his goat is his religious belief, it's 100% constitutional and okay. And really, along those lines, he should be able to do it in public schools.
Of course, yeah.
He reportedly was overheard saying, you could have his goat when you pry it from his cold, dead hands. Eloquent.
Yeah.